came out because Mama said that once when she and Daddy were on the Stake Sunday School board, and I was just a baby, they were taking me with them, and they went to visit one of the Sunday schools in Brother Richard's car, they said. And as they were going, the steering wheel came off, and it ran down the road, ran off the road. So I know they had one when I was a baby.
Wow. So, well, that's pretty cool. Was it the type that you crank
Yes,
by the radio?
we always had to crank.
Oh, okay.
You know, we had no Model T, and Uncle Pat was going to start it for Mama one day because she couldn't crank. Mama was always quite frail, and he went out to crank it, and it didn't start. And I would have sworn up and down that my dad never swore, but all at once, my little sister, that's 4 years old, 4 years younger than I am, looked at him and said, "If you say summon a bitch, then it will go."
I imagine it was pretty hard to crank in the wintertime.
It was hard to crank.
Oh, wow. Let's see. So when you graduated from high school, you went to the White to college?
I went to the White College.
And how many years were you there?
I stayed for 3 years and graduated with the normal, they called it. And then that summer I had to go up to Ricks and go to school in Idaho to get Utah law and Utah methods so that I'd have my Idaho certificate to teach in Bear Lake. And I lived home those 2 years and taught in Bloomington. Oh, I had the cutest kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such fun.
So you started teaching up there in Bloomington then?
In 37.
How did you meet Grandpa?
Not till I quit teaching there. Rhea and Maxine both graduated from high school, and Mama decided she needed to get them down to the Y, so she was going to move down there, and she was going to take me with her and have me finish my last year. And so I consented and was planning that way. And as the summer wore on, and I'd spent my money, I couldn't take her money. Once you've earned your own money, you want to earn it.
So
I went to the teacher's agency we had at school, and they told us about it. And I told them I would like a job. I decided I wasn't ready to go to school yet. So I went home, and 3 days later I got a call that I had a job teaching 3rd grade in Panguitch.
A call? Did they have telephones then?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
There were only 2 telephones in town.
Oh, so how did you know you got the phone call?
Well, one of them was at Uncle George's and one was at Uncle Alf's. And whichever number they called, they were messengers, and you'd give the kids a nickel or a dime for running to tell you you were wanted on the phone.
And so they would just wait until those kids would come back?
I think they did. I don't think we ever had to ring the number.
Wow. So they waited for a long time.
Not very long. Most everybody ran.
Wow.
When the telephone rang.
Holy cow. Well, okay, so you get you find out you got a job teaching 3rd grade in Panguitch, and so you moved to Panguitch?
Well, one of my dad's cousins, Ben Hume, had been down to Panguitch. He'd lived at the Experiment Farm out north of town. And he and his Louise had been there for quite a few years. And they had quite a big family. And they finally came home, and he was going to teach seminary up home. And so I went over to see them and asked them something about Panguitch. And Louise went in the other room and made me a list of people. And she made a list. These you can be friends with. Do not get too close to these. And I've still got the